Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Kempton Park here on Saturday to 22nd of February 2020. Gonna look at all the stakes races on the program from Kempton, but before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kid 5 for more selections for race courses around the world, and remember to join me today for my Eider Chase preview video from Newcastle. Also join me for my Winter Derby preview video today from Linkfield. So some good races all across the UK today, but we have stakes races galore here at Kempton. We'll be looking at races 2 through 6. So buckle your seatbelts and let's go for a ride. Starting off with the second race, the 115 from Kempton, which is Grade 2 Pendil Novices Chase. It's grade 2 event for Class 1 horses, going for a purse $42,500. Race for novice 5-year-olds and upwards. We have a field of 7 horses entered to go the distance of ground 4,100 meters. Over the distance of ground of 2 miles and 9/16 over the chase course. The top selection, we'll take the 5-horse Southfield Stone. We'll go 5-1-3 in the tri-cash trifecta. 5-1-3 tri-cash trifecta. Top selection of 5-horse Southfield Stone. This 7-year-old gelding by Fairmix. Brianni Frost on this one for Paul Nichols. The horse's most recent outing came the 1st of February at Musselburgh, yielding ground 2.5 miles in Class 3 novice chase, and the horse won by 24 lengths. Had a few mistakes down the backstretch, but recovered well to quicken up nicely, and got the job done. Only had 2 other rivals, but she did a great job, or he did a great job that run. 2 back, the horse ran the 29th of November at Newbury. 2 miles in a Class 3 novice handicap chase, and the horse finished 3rd by 11 lengths and jumped well, closed up well. Off of that run, you noticed the horse probably wanted his 2.5 mile or 4,000 meter trip. He got an next start out and took off clear, so he wanted it there, but it wasn't a bad run there at all. And then prior to that, the horse ran the 14th of November at Taunton, 2 miles and a quarter in a Class 4 novice chase. The horse finished 2nd by 4 lengths. He jumped well, had a few mistakes which cost him, but I've seen worse races. And then Class 3 beginners chase at Exeter on the 22nd of October, the 2 miles and 3/16. So the horse finished 2nd by 2 3/4 lengths there, and jumped well up until the wire when he kind of hit the wall late, but he still ran a decent race off the break. I've seen worse races. He's won over this course already, but that came in the Dovecote Novices Hurdle last year over the 2-mile trip at this fixture, where the horse won by 3/4 length on completely different ground. Today's ground, the good possibility you'll see good to soft ground. But last year was actually very quick for the time of year, and the horse took off clear at 6-1. He ran a terrific race, but I think this horse could win back to the 2.5 miles, which I think he'll really like. 4-1, I like him a lot, so let's take him. So to recap my selection for the second, the 115 from Kempton, it's Grade 2 Pendil Novice Chase. Let's take the 5-horse Southfield Stone. We'll go 5-1-3 in the tri-cash trifecta. Let's get to the 150. The third race, the 150 from Kempton. It's the Grade 2 Adonis Juvenile Hurdle. It's Grade 2 event for Class 1 horses, going for a purse of $40,000. Race for juvenile 4-year-olds here. 9 horses are entered to go the distance of ground, a third 200 meters or 2 miles over the hurdle course. The top selection will take the 2-horse Blame It on Sally. When in doubt, just blame it on Sally. I'm going to go 295 in the tri-cash trifecta. 295 tri-cash trifecta. Top selection 2 is Blame It on Sally. 4-year-old gelding by Canford Cliffs. Tom Cann's on this one for Alan King. The horse's most recent outing is second. Is most recent over the flat. Excuse me. Came 20th of February, 20th of September, Newcastle. Excuse me. 2 miles on a Class 4 handicap, and the horse finished 2nd by 4 lengths. And it was over the flat, like I said earlier. But he had a good posture. I quickened up nicely. He just missed late, but he still ran a terrific race. Prior to that, 2 back, he ran a Kempton, 2 miles in Class 4 handicap. He won by a neck, and again, he did everything right. He quickened up nicely, stayed the trip well, good run, and then a good one. He won a 2-mile handicap in August, very nice by 4 lengths, going away with it. He's going to come to the bigger obstacles. He's coming to the obstacles today, hands down. But it's something I've noticed. He likes to stay. If he could jump, he could win here. I liked his most recent form lines, a 10-1 in a very wide open race. I'm going to take him. With a horse that has more experience over the jumps that could win, I think the 9-horse Fujimoto Flyer, this 4-year-old flea by Admir Moon, could also get a good piece fit. Japanese bred over the jumps. You don't see that very often in the UK or in Europe, let alone. But Daryl Jacobs on this one for Emmett Mullins. The horse's most recent outing came in Listed Hurdle at Atoy back in September, in 2 miles and a quarter in a Listed Hurdle. The horse won by 9 lengths and did everything right, quickened up nicely, jumped well, good run. Prior to that, in a Juvenile Hurdle at Killarney in August, 2 miles and an eighth on yielding ground. The horse won by 18, another very good run. I think this mare could also get a good trip. A 9-5 will use her. Like I said, it's a very wide open race. Some of the horses you just can't trust in this race. Some of them seem logical. I'm going to take a horse that's never been jumping over the jumps. So 10-1, call me crazy. I already have 1 foot off the ledge with this race. But to recap my selection for the third, the 150 from Kempton, it's grade 2 Adonis Juvenile Hurdle. Let's take the 2-horse. Blame it on Sally. I'm gonna go 295 in the tri-cast trifecta. Use the 2 and the 9 in the place pot. Let's get that co-featured fourth race. The 225, the fourth race from Kempton. It's the Grade 2 Kingwell Hurdle. Grade 2 event for Class 1 horses, going for a purse of $60,000. Race for 4-year-olds and upwards. 6 horses are entered to go 3,200 meters or 2 miles over the hurdle course. Keep in mind, this race was rescheduled from last weekend. Now it's going to be run here at Kempton. But top selection, I'm going to take the 2-horse Quick Gambin. I'm going to go 2-3-4 in the tri-cast trifecta. 2-3-4 tri-cast trifecta. Top selection, 2-horse Quick Gambin. 8-year-old gelding by Oscar. Patty Brendan's on this one for Virgil O'Brien. The horse's most recent outing came the Boxing Day here at Kempton. 2 miles and the grade 1 Christmas Hurdle, and the horse finished 6th by 32 lengths and wasn't 100% fresh that they jumped well early on, hit the wall late, needed the race off the break. I'm going to take him second off the break. A lot fresher horse on a little bit of a give in the ground. I expect him to run a lot better. 2 back, the horse ran the 9th of June in Paris at Auteuil, 2 miles and 3/8 in the Group 3 Prix La Barca Hurdle, and the horse finished 5th by 13 lengths and jumped well, but the winner missed adjudicator, just took off clear. And this horse has had better races, has had worse races. And then 3 back, the horse ran in the Grade 1 Herald Champion Novice Hurdle at Punchestown, 2 miles into 16th in April. The horse finished 4th by 20 lengths. The 3 and Van Rim were just much the best. This horse was just better than what he beat, an average kind of run. And then before that, the horse ran at Ferry House, 2 miles in the Grade 1 Royal Bond Novice Hurdle, where the horse won by 3 3/4 lengths on quite fast ground last in December of 2018. Quickened up nicely, jumped well. It was a good run. He's going to make a quick start off a relatively short break than he's used to. I think he'll be more fresh to win. I think he'll like the ground, and I think he'll win. If you look at some of those horses he faced in 2018, even in 2019, those were tough fields. It's not the world's toughest Kingwell today, and I think he'll win against these horses with the step down. 15-1. I think they're giving you money on this one, so take it here. So to recap my bets, and he's my best bet of the day, by the way. I forgot to mention that. I should have mentioned that. But to recap my selection for the fourth, the 225 from Kempton, it's the Grade 2 Kingwell Hurdle. Let's take the 2-horse Quick Gambin. I'm gonna go 2-3-4 in the tri-cast trifecta, single the 2-horse in that place pot. So let's get to the 5th race from the co-featured 5th race, the 302 from Kempton. And God, I hate these off post times. They've been experimenting in the UK the last few weeks, but that's for another day. The 5th race, the 302, it is the Grade 2 Dovecote Novices Hurdle. Grade 2 event for Class 1 horses, going for a purse of $40,000. Race for novice 4-year-olds and upwards. Field of 9 horses entered to go the 3,200 meters or 2 miles over the hurdle course. Top selection, we'll take the 9-horse West Cork. We'll go 975 in the tri-cast trifecta. 975 tri-cast trifecta. Top selection, 9-horse West Cork. The 6-year-old young by Midnight Legend. Harry Skelton's on this one for Dan Skelton. The horse's most recent outing came the 24th of January, Huntington, 2 miles on Class 4 Novice Hurdle, and the horse won by 7 lengths that day. Jumped well, quickened up nicely, could have probably won around another 5 times, still won that easily. That was a very good run. Prior to that, the horse ran his at Huntington on the 8th of December, 2 miles on a Class 4 Novice Hurdle, and again, he won by 1 3/4 lengths. Not as easy as the next race, but he still jumped well, quickened up nicely, and he beat quite a good group of horses home there. And then before that, he ran the 8th of November at Warwick, 2 miles 3/8 in the Class 4 Novice Hurdle. He finished second by 3 3/4 lengths, and he didn't have the best jumps, and also late. I think the extra 3 furlongs got to him late that day. And then his debut over the bigger obstacles came at Weatherby, 2.5 miles in the Class 4 Novice Hurdle. He finished second by 5 lengths. He jumped well, but again, the final few strides got to him late. He is stepping up in class to run against these big boys, but I like him at the 2-mile trip. His last few races haven't been a half bad run. 5-1, I'm going to give him a shot here. Logical winner also is the 7-horse Highway, the 1-2. Tom Cam's on this one for Chris Gordon. This horse, his last 2 at Pumpton were very good runs, but he kind of scares me. Maybe he just can't run outside of Pumpton, but he ran a good race at Stratford in October. He could, off the paper, he could also run a good race at 4-1. Use him on the place pot, but to recap my selection for the 5th, the 302 from Kempton, and it's the Grade 2 Dovecote Novices Hurdle. Let's take the 9-horse West Cork as a top selection. We'll go 975 in the tri-cast trifecta, 9-7 in the multi-race or place pot. So let's get to the 6th race, the 335. Race number 6 from Kempton, the 335. It's the Grade 3 Betway Handicap Chase. It's a Grade 3 event for Class 1 horses, going for a purse of $133,000. Race for 5-year-olds and upwards. We have a field of 14 horses entered. They go the distance of ground of 4,800 meters or 3 miles over the chase course. The top selection here, we're going to get to take a shot with the 11 horse at What More. I'll go 11-1 in the forecast exacta, 11-1 forecast exacta. Top selection, 11 horse What More. The 8-year-old gelding by Scarapelli here. TJ O'Brien's on this one for Henry Daly. The horse's most recent outing came the 11th of January at Warwick, 3 miles in the Grade 2 Hampton Novices Chase, and the horse finished third by 14 lengths. He jumped well, but I think the other two in front of him were just a little bit better. Stepping down to a handicap division today, I think he'll get a better trip, and I also think, the less weight should also do him well, only carrying under 45 pounds, which I think is very kind on him. Prior to that, the horse ran the 4th of December at Haydock, 3 miles and, 2 miles 3/4 in a Class 2 novice chase, and the horse finished 4th by 9 3/4 lengths. And again, he jumped well, need that extra turn a foot late. I've seen a lot bad runs, and then prior to that, he ran at Huntington, 2 miles and a half in a Class 3 novice chase, finished third by 3.5 lengths. First off the break, he was on the drive. Again, I've seen a lot worse runs, but he still could have improved a little bit more. And then before that, in May at Market Racing on very firm ground, 2 miles 5/8 novice chase, horse won by 22 lengths. And, go watch the replay. It was kind of a weird run. He almost got interfered with, or he did kind of get interfered with, but he still took off clear and got the victory. And prior to that, a very nice place at Perth. But I like the low weight with him today. Back to a handicap division. At 10-1, I think he's a very likely winner. Along with the 1-horse Black Corton. Brianna Frost is on this one for Paul Nichols. The horse's most recent outing came against so much tougher competition at Ascot right before Christmas, where the horse finished 4th by 9 lengths. Kind of hit the wall late. Prior to that, the horse ran a decent place behind Native River in the Many Clouds Chase at Aintree. And then before that, at Ascot in the Sodexo Gold Cup Handicap Chase, the horse finished third, and again jumped well, need that extra turn of foot, but first off the break, it was a decent race. At 7-1, it wouldn't surprise me if this horse gets a good trip. Use this horse on the play spot, but I'm going to take a shot with that 11 horse What More. Sitter, account my selection for the 6th, the 335 from Kempton's Grade 3 Betway Handicap Chase. Let's take the 11 horse What More. We'll go 11-1 in the forecast exacta. Use the 11-1 in the plays pod. So let's please follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5. Good luck, everybody.